Hey guys, welcome back. Bolt Spider here, and I'm with another video today on the patch notes for the live client experimental card for October 22nd, 2020. Now, in this, they're using 222, like always, to feel how these balances would work out. Now, I got, I got to look at it a little, and I am not liking what I'm seeing. But first, let's get right into it. We have Baptiste buffs and nerfs. We have his primary fire recovery time reduced from 0.45 to 0.38 seconds, and his damage reduced from 25 to 24. So now with all headshots, I believe that is not enough to one clip a tracer, as that is a total of 6 damage less. So you need to have a, I would say, damage boost with Baptiste to kill a Tracer now, which is absolutely fine because Tracer was already having slightly a hard time, but hopefully they come to realize that she could use a teeny nerf, but we'll see about that. His secondary fire recovery increased from 0.8 to 0.9 seconds, and his healing increased from 50 to 60, and his amplification matrix has been increased from 5 meters to 9 meters. So this is what it looks like, and I am a real big fan of this because this is a very, very interesting, to say the least, because it looks amazing. Now let me pull up one person on. No, they don't have images. Wow. I'm shocked because I saw images in game earlier about these lovely buffs and nerfs for HP, as we're going to be getting into those next. So next hero we have Brigitta. Her base health increased from 150 to 175. They are trying out 25s. 25 HP. This is not really what I had in mind of buffs and nerfs, because when we look at it, it's better to have 50s than 25s because it's a little bit harder to calculate with 25s, and it could break things with how certain heroes work and how they're supposed to function with the HP that they have. Putting Brig up to 225, it is a little awkward because I would rather have Brig either at 200 with 50 HP for armor or 250 with the same 50 HP. One, she's an unkillable tank. The other, she is killable tank, but in between is where the problem comes in. I don't like 25s because the reason it messes with the flow of how the game works and all that. So let's get right into the next one. Peacekeeper reload time reduced from 1.5 to 1.2 seconds, and his base health increased from 200 to 225. Why are they doing 25s? 25s are the most annoying thing in a game that's all about 50, about certain exact numbers for HP. Like we have 200, 150, 250, 300. Because what this does, if certain heroes get nerfed in HP by 25, that means Mei becomes stronger. Other DPS become stronger. And that's one thing I don't want to see happening, is certain DPS outperforming others because, oh, this hero's HP is better than this one. This person can do more damage than this, but they have less HP, so let's do this. And I feel like the next... okay, Mei has buffs. Since we previously made Mei's primary fire relatively more expensive, she spends more time out of ammo, and this was particularly noticeable when unable to reload while in cryo freeze. To help smooth out the gameplay, she now regains ammo, some ammo during cryo free. This is a buff that every hero, if they have a transformation, they should have. Like Mei has her cryo freeze, Genji has his Dragon Blade, and we even have other heroes like Wrecking Ball when he's in his ball form, or Bastion when he's Sentry Turret form. All those reload, and even if he ults, that's another form, so that makes his other two versions reload. Now, I see what they're doing with this, and it is good. Even though I hate Mei, it's a quality of life change that is needed. And her Ice Wall cooldown lowered from 13 to 12. Like, we have enough problems with the Ice Wall already being one of the most buggiest abilities in the game next to Doomfist and Roadhog. I mean, giving Mei these, I guess, makes her a little more viable, but I don't think she's one of the heroes that should have 250 HP, because normal heroes that don't really have special abilities, like McCree, Mei, those are just normal people, normal characters. They shouldn't really have 200 plus HP. They should just have strictly 200. But I guess in Mei's case, she is the Satan Ice Queen. And I've always just hated Mei ever since I really started playing. But I guess it's a quality of life change and a buff to her Ice Wall. Symmetra base shield increased from 100 to 125. Shields act almost like armor, if I remember correctly. Where I believe it reduces the same. Let's see here. So, armor, armor blocks 5. Temporary armor is identical, but it goes away after a while. Shield, they regenerate 20 per second after 3 seconds of taking no damage, but they don't reduce damage. Temp shields are like things like Doomfist, Lucio, Sigma, and Wrecking Ball. And then you have Barrier, which is all the barrier health. But I guess I would rather either have it 200 or 250, not 225. Because when you get into 25s, you know you're desperate and you're trying to change the game for the best for Overwatch 2. Now we have Widowmaker. This is the one that I've noticed the most people talking about. Her base health went from 200 to 175. And, I mean, I guess 175, how much does her headshot do again from max range? Because if it's 175, I'm going to be laughing so hard right now. Let's see here. 10%. Let's see here. Max fall off is 40. So I'm not too sure. So we have 85 times 2. That's close. But I'm not really a big fan of the 25 increments, as they're stating we're experimenting with some max health adjustments in 25 HP increments to allow for more fine-tuning of heroes' powers. Until now, this was done in 50 increments to help simplify the understanding of how many hits an enemy hero could withstand. Now, with this Widowmaker nerf, it makes her more vulnerable to her counters. Like, if you have a very good tracer, you're just 100% dead. If there's a better sniper on the enemy team, you are 100% always going to die. And this makes things like Hanzo a little better now. Or Ashe a little better, because Widow's just like, I have 175 HP. That's right. Right? No. I feel like, let's just go over to the images. Like, this just does not look right to me. I'm fine with armor because I have dealt with armor for so long. Like, I think Torb used to give out 75, or was it 50? No, I think it was 75. Sim used to give out, it was like, again, 75 shield. I'm used to like that, but I'm not used to seeing it on an actual hero. Now, with these four, I don't think this is in the right direction because it just messes how the balance of the game is. McCree becomes a little more unkillable. Sim and Brig become a little more unkillable, while Widow becomes extremely. You have to be very, very warranted to a lot of your counters, like Widow, Tracer, even Roadhog can one tap you from a right click. And that's the scary part about being less than 200 HP. Back in the day when Zen was 150, he was the worst support until they buffed him to the lovely 200, because 200 seems to be like the magical number for most DPS and support heroes. The only exception was Brig. Only exception was Brig for the support. Was the only one that has been over 200 HP. And she went from an unkillable tank to, oh, I could die if I want to. But if you have a good team backing her up, she just never dies. And overall, I don't think this is the right way to go for these changes overall, but we'll see what has to come later. But I've been talking for enough. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Do you think this is the right way to go, nerfing and buffing the HP by 25s? Or would you rather see something else, like either damage decrease or increase, or another note? But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this experimental card update. I will be streaming tonight with a little Overwatch. Then I'm going to be going over to the new Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, if you guys care to check that out. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.